I am so insanely paranoid of my mic breaking on me every time you giggle. Because, like, that's the response to my mic freaking out.
No. First, it's a look of what is my headset broken, and then it's giggling.
Oh, pardon-moi.
Yeah.
Alright, well, spawning in the top right corner of the map, he leads this series 1-0. Damn it. It's gonna be the red Protoss minigun.
I'm messing with my flow.
I felt bad for Flo last night. I don't know if you could tell. She was like coughing and hacking during the whole broadcast. It didn't come on stream much, but I tweeted her like a picture of Halls and she like favorited it.
I did not. In the bottom right, as the orange Protoss, it's Siphonn.
It takes one poor unfortunate soul who's had to do broadcasting while coughing up a lung to know another, I guess.
Dude, you are sick, I swear, every day.
Like, for about 3 weeks
after
straight.
Toronto or something?
Yep. I had a pretty bad lung infection. That was really difficult times casting, actually.
Yeah, gross.
Yeah, well, breathing
I have
was...
never been sick.
I was a little bit concerned with breathing more than I was with whether I sounded gross or not.
Oh, well, yeah. Something magical. I haven't been sick in the last year and a half. Not casting.
This is where you knock on wood, like, right now.
I'm not superstitious like you.
I'm not even really superstitious. I just love that saying, knock on wood. Like, knock
really?
on wood.
Because you tell me to not say things a lot of the time.
Well, that's usually pertaining to spoilers, little missy.
No, sometimes it's... Well, I think this guy is going, don't say it. Well, you know, there's a chance we might don't know.
Well, it's kind of like the curse stuff. Like, it's fun. It's not like, oh my god, I actually believe that if you call Dark Templar, really he'll go Dark Templar.
It really sounds like you'll believe if I say we might disconnect, we're gonna disconnect.
Don't say that!
See?
What's wrong with you, woman? Why would you even risk that?
You know, I really think Griffin's gonna disconnect tonight.
Like Zombio's gonna disconnect from the call, but I'll be perfectly fine.
I wonder how that happened.
Alright, well, we have the vision from Minigun. I mean, he does go out to scout this time. Again, I wasn't quite sure if he was one of the guys who did a lot of scouting. It's one of those things where, like, when I watch Minigun stream, it's usually like on the second monitor, and I just realized, like, wow, I've never actually paid attention to this, and I've spent hundreds of hours on Minigun stream before. So, just, I don't know, one of the weird
partoofs
things.
you could have had.
Actually, he's got mini bucks. Excuse you?
Oh, okay. Imagine how many mini bucks that you have.
Okay, so I actually don't watch a lot of streams on Base Trade TV unless I plan to talk in chat. Like, I just log out because ooh. He didn't see that probe, but the probe's not here to put a pylon down. It's just to continue scouting. And let's get Stargate with it. Or Twilight Council, pardon me. He's the one going to Stargate.
Very angry.
But yeah, so
I haven't seen an in-house pylon in a while, okay?
Whoa, we still see one!
This doesn't count!
I'm pretty sure this is a pylon in the house of his opponent. Is this not exactly what you just described?
You're supposed to fouriate into an in-house pylon. You really want to see if it's Dark Shrine or Blink, I guess.
That's kind of cool move, actually, to see it.
Not that it timed out nicely or anything.
No, it just barely didn't. But yo, getting back to the point before, I was gonna say, I don't know if you get this, but sometimes I just really don't want people to be like, oh my god, Base Trade TV when you enter a chat. Sometimes I just want to like watch a stream and hang out. But that like the obligation to respond to people and then have them get mad because I didn't respond.
I recall a day where I didn't have to worry about people knowing who I was when I went into a chat.
Not that that's a bad thing, guys. Don't get me wrong. It's just like once in a while. It's nice to just kind of.
Well, sometimes it is. Sometimes people are mean, and I'm not a mod in the chat, so I can't just ban them.
I think I get more shit than you do.
That is absolutely true. Mine's usually just like very like factual, and then I'm like, you what, bro? You what, mate? And then they disappear because they're freaking cowards. If you're gonna BM, man up, please.
Alright, well, the Phoenix are Minigun gonna come hunting. Not gonna be able to get that Mothership Core this time. It is low, though. I recall did save it. But, hey, real quick, sorry, I missed this earlier because we were busy trying to get into a game. I hope Hopslot is still lurking around. He has a $50 donation. Man, today has been, Hopslot, you were so generous, sir. $50 donation, and it says, should have gone with the port instead. I don't know, guys. My tummy's still a little bit sore, but I'm pretty okay with that pizza.
That guy is so nice, because I know when he does it to you, I gotta check my donations, because he donates to me too. Is so nice.
Thank you, Hopslap, for being cool, man. But yeah, so the Phoenix don't really get a lot done. We don't see Minigun going super heavy into the investment this time. A couple of probes have died, but I mean, that's on both sides of the field. Both players are going to expand, but the problem with Phoenix, you can't lift up that building, you can't harass this natural, so kind of limited on what he can do. Obviously, you can still pick up a probe or two and get out. Phoenixes don't exactly go down quickly to stock fire. But, yeah,
the timing was almost there in the blink. Yeah, well. Siphonn's blink. Almost done. There we go. So next time Minigun goes in, he'll probably lose a Phoenix.
Well, the Immortal follow-up to this. So I guess I mean, he's just playing it calm, collected in the way he did last time. Apparently Minigun's sound was too high, and that really affected his gameplay. So let's see how he does with proper sound.
Yeah. I like Siphon's response to that. The victory screen too loud. Because yeah, a little bit. I
know, it's like self-smack talk. Like, what do you do to you just? That's where you say okay, and then watch Night and get mad because you said okay. Oh!
That poor guy. He's gotten like the two both qualifiers almost qualified.
Yeah, I feel like we kind of have to invite him back, like for the invite slots. I don't know. There's so much discussion that's gonna go into it, but like a lot, it does suck seeing those guys who get so far twice, and you gotta be like, well, you got a spot.
Didn't want a sentry going down. These things tickle.
It's not a bad choice too, because I mean the risk is the mothership core might die at some point too, and you might as well use it before you lose it.
Yeah. You have to use it or you lose it. It's a fact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Phoenix. I'm just thinking about you fumbling with your microphone right now. Should figure out which socket to put it in, so to speak. Yeah, Minigun back with the Immortal production. He's pretty good against any sort of ground-based attack, but he does have to start looking forward at some point. I mean, Immortals will work for this push, but if, say, Siphonn had done something quick like Colossus, it's a different can of worms altogether. But this attack looking quite strong. It's a lot of stalkers, a good chunk of sentries. He does have pylons going down. And he's actually got level 1 weapon upgrades.
Yeah. Minigun only just started his. Also trying to go into Colossus, but that is an investment that won't be here at the time of the attack. It's going to be very difficult to hold.
Yo, apparently a Villa 120, what?
Whoa, oh, called it.
I don't know if that's confirmed. That's coming from Twitch chat. We'll look into that afterwards. That's pretty cool if you did, though. In all seriousness, the Immortals are waiting to get involved with the fight. It's a little bit difficult, of course, with the stalkers and everything here just funneled through those force fields, but nothing really of significant value is starting to go down just yet. A couple of the Phoenixes have fallen, that kind of sucks, but he picked up gateway units going into this. He's picked up like 2 probes so far. For Siphonn, this has been not the craziest attack you've ever seen. And now the Immortals finally get around the bend, and they are going to start attacking a lot of this. Mothership core is really low. Looks like the Nexus might actually go down. Probes being pulled to try and hold the stalkers in place. He's trying to catch that blink. Nicely done. I didn't think he was going to get that Nexus, though. Really well played out of Siphonn with that attack. But he lost so much for it, and he's still down on probes.
Yeah, I don't know if it was worth it. He's also going to be down in tech. As, of course, no Immortals, and definitely not any Colossus, where Minigun adds 1 more Immortal, but then I guess he'll go back up to Colossus as well. I mean, his attack, if he chooses to attack, can be very, very dangerous, and he knows that there's only like a couple of Stalkers, as he has his Observer right here. I think that is his also Observer. That, you know, worrying about them blinking into the main, oh, that's like a couple of, that, you know, that's offensive warbins, probably deals with that. Okay. But he's just going to expand again. Keep playing the defensive macro game.
I still think even though he lost that Nexus, he was in a pretty good spot to lose that Nexus. Like, he retained the important part of his army coming out of that. It's not like there's Colossus beckoning at his front door. It kind of sucked that he lost the Phoenix. That much I'll say did really affect him. But he replaces it with an Oracle. And knowing that Siphonn has nothing at home, Minigun's going to get so many kills.
Yeah, there is a mothership, but oh, she's at the natural and she does not have enough with an overcharge.
No, that was yeah, part of the thing. Losing in the attack made it.
Yep.
He knew that this would be the perfect time to hit. 10 workers killed, nicely done. No point having an extra Nexus if you can't use it.
Yeah. Probably worth losing the Oracle as well. No big deal.
Yeah, I'd say getting a 12 worker lead. Like, he already had a small worker lead, but getting 12 more workers on top of that, bridging that distance even further, that was really well played out of Minigun. And now I mean, I'm sitting here, I think I'm praising people a little too much tonight. And that's what happens when I'm tired. I get nice, I guess. But I did really think that was a good choice. Third base from Siphonn is really wishful thinking, though. I mean, if this goes up, he'll be in a pretty nice spot. But again, he's down in workers in such a bad way, he can't really saturate that base. Hopefully he resaturates the gases in the main too. 2 and 2 might not seem like a big deal, but it's like losing a lot of gas income. Minigun does get caught a little off guard by the Blink Stalkers coming towards the main. Immortal should be able to push these back though.
I mean, Catalina is a good Blink map, of course, but there's not many Blink Stalkers, so dealing with this type of harassment is not a big deal at all for Minigun. Minigun does throw down his own third. Of course, far behind that of Siphonn's. But, you know, the probe count, ooh, what is it really worth? Siphon's gonna go into Immortal Archon. Alright. A bad choice when you're behind in the Colossus Wars. Well, sometimes you just don't want to go back into the Colossus Wars. You're probably gonna lose out anyways, but...
I really want this to not be Colossus, but for Storm. We've been seeing it trend a little more lately. But Storm is still not objectively that great.
Yeah. The Storm drops are always so cool to see. But, you know, we just don't see Storm invested at all, really. And, you know, they're mostly added on after the Colossus, too. You know, we do still see people go for the actual composition, but I feel it's much less so than just straight up to Colossus. Yeah, so it's just usually to buffer an army.
That is going to be the case too. But I feel like though we've seen this sort of tango too often though. Immortal Charge Lots, Archons. We rarely see beat Colossus when positioned correctly. And Catalina, there's a lot of ways to actually abuse the terrain against things like Immortals, or pardon me, Archons and Zealots. So many cliffs to walk up and down, even the base over here. So I feel like as long as Minigun doesn't get caught here in the middle of the map, he should be okay to take any fight he wants.
I don't think I've ever seen an army caught in the middle of that map. Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
There shouldn't be. If there is, I'm mind blown. You know.
Yeah, yeah, never. So that really shouldn't happen. I definitely agree. I like Minigun's composition a lot better. And the thing is that the end game for Protoss is Archon, Colossus, and whatever else is dabbled in there, right? Well, I guess Tempest eventually, but we'll get to that later. So it's not like Siphonn, or it's not like Minigun's like gonna have his own Archons. Like Siphonn is ahead of him. On that tech or anything. No, he's just, well, behind on Colossus. Especially if he waits even longer and they're both maxed out. Siphonn does have upgrades, though. 2-1 versus 2.
That is true.
Interesting to see the 1. Maybe that's all you could afford? You rarely see 1 armor ahead of +3.
Well, that, and, like, it doesn't benefit the Archons at all, right? He is going to try and kite this around a little bit. There's a hell of a lot of Zealots for Siphonn, but they are going to have to go through the Colossus fire, no matter how you look at this, and that's not going to be easily done. This is not two Colossus, fire, like,
and his own Archons. There's a lot of buffer here.
Yeah, I guess the Archons will help. Yeah, sure. It's
against Zealots. Yeah, sure.
Just keep them from running forward. Yeah, that's kind of the goal. He might split this up though. This could be hard to deal with because Minigun, you know, it's not like versus Terran. You can't split up one Colossus to deal with like 4 Zealot run-bys. Or guess it's just AI fucking up? Never mind. I thought he was just going to split off and go to attack this base with like 5 Zealots. Would have been cool to see.
So the attack is not going to happen, it looks like, for Siphonn. He is trying to go up to his own Colossus, adding on that second Robo, which is going to be really nice for catching up. It's only for miniguns. It's not like he's super far behind, 2 cycles. But he does go for this attack. I mean, it is kind of out in the open. It's probably the best opportunity that he has.
They just tear through that Zealot wall. It didn't matter. The Siphonn had like 5 times the Zealots. New Zealots warped in, going to be on top of the Immortals, take away those hardened shields, and looks like Minigun is just going to topple this. Good game.
Why?
Well played.
Why? He had double Colossus in the back, you know? He could have, I feel, bought some time.
That attack did feel very, like, forced. Like,